couple months ago, I just came across this interesting article that I actually want to share with you guys. You might find it actually pretty interesting. So a couple months ago, a group of archaeologists in Egypt just recently dug up a discovery of some, from what they described it as mummified crocodiles. And when I actually read this article, I didn't really completely read it, but to find this interesting, it's certainly unique. And obviously, crocodiles in Egypt, you guys, have gone back literally thousands of years, and it's obviously a history, you guys, because a lot of Egyptians, I think back in ancient times, they actually worshipped crocodiles, kind of like as like their gods almost, in a sort of way. And sometimes when, I guess, people were, I don't know, if someone like committed a crime or something, or really were very disobedient at that time, I guess, some people would sacrifice those kind of people to the crocodiles. Now, believe me, I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't think it is, but I'm not very good with history class, to be honest with you, but since this was just animal related, I wanted to talk about this with you. So, yeah, believe it or not, these archaeologists estimated to believe that these mummified crocodiles were believed to be about 2,500 years old. So, while it is true, crocodilians have been on Earth for hundreds of millions of years, literally even longer than actual living dinosaurs, you guys. To discover crocodiles mummified, like literally that have been buried underground for over, for 2,500 years, that's a very long time. And now and obviously, archaeologists are known for digging up, historic, areas where, I don't know, you guys, it kind of feels like Indiana Jones, doesn't it? Because, I mean, I've seen a couple of the Indiana Jones movies, but this is not the topic for it anyway. So, if any of you guys out there know any archaeologists about this amazing, interesting discovery, let me know in the comments below, because I'm really a little bit curious about archaeology. So with that being said, but think about this. Crocodiles that were mummified underground. Now, certainly, were they really there for 2,500 years? We'll have to find out a little bit more about that. So whether these mummified crocodiles were really buried 2,500 years ago or not, to many archaeologists, they don't really find this surprising. But when you come to a reptile guy, whether it's like me, or somebody else out there that really is fascinated with reptiles, this is kind of a surprise to us, because we really don't hear something about this a lot in the history of archaeology. Normally we see human remains, that have been buried for so many years, or valuable historic ancient objects, that are by these human remains as well. But when it comes to animals though, it's kind of actually a bit of a different discovery. So it's kind of like when those paleontologists what was it, 20 years ago in South America, when they discovered the fossils of the Titanoboa in this quarry here. In this quarry, it was just absolutely breathtaking by them. And at first they didn't even realize it was actually snake vertebrates that they actually discovered. They thought they were crocodile vertebrates. But it turned out, after closer examination, they discovered that they were snake vertebrates. So this is just kind of a bit similar to this Titanoboa story. But with that being said, do I think these mummified crocs are there for that long? Well, I mean, there's obviously going to be some people that are going to be skeptical about it, But really, I don't know. Would it surprise me if they were buried for that long? Not really. It would not surprise me. Because this is actually dating back literally hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago. So it wouldn't surprise me. But that being said, there are going to be other people out there that are either going to be watching this or reading the article about it, and they're going to be very suspicious about it, because a lot of people, when they read the internet, they sometimes don't always believe that you read everything on the internet is true, which that is kind of true also, because when you look up something on the internet, it doesn't always mean it's true. But when it comes to something with specific animals, we do want to give the truth out there, you guys, and not try to give out misinformation. So with that being said, tell me what you guys think about these mummified crocs. Do you really think they've been buried for that long, or do you think maybe for a couple hundred years? Let me know in the comments and tell me what you guys think. I'm just trying to admire this view of my girl Ellie back here behind me, perched up on her top of her branch right there. Sometimes during the day when I'm gone at work, she'll literally sit up there for hours at a time when I'm actually, whether like I said, I'm at work or if I'm at home as well, because that's like her favorite basking spot up there, and it's like the warmest part of the entire enclosure. Now, believe it or not, this is gonna be her enclosure probably for another year at the most, because right now she is still growing theoretically, you guys. She is a children's python, and they get about 3 foot long, and apparently she's probably still about 2 feet long at max, maybe 18-20 inches tops. So she's still got some growing to do, and I've had her, like I said, for probably about 5 years, and she just really hasn't grown that much. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe because of the lack of food, you know, that she's been kind of picky about. But that being said, though, for the last several months, she has been crushing food, though, non-stop. And, of course, I upgraded her food size, too, from small fuzzy mice to small adult mice. So this really should help her growth rate move up a little bit. So with that being said, I mean, who knows how long it's going to take. If she stays this small, then I guess I can't do much about it. But nonetheless, she's just absolutely a cute little girl just sitting up on her branch there. And she's probably asking me if I'm going to give her a food meal. But obviously, since I'm sitting out here and the door is closed, she kind of is probably starting to figure out that her dad doesn't have any food. So with that being said, I think it's just absolutely a neat looking sight there. And kind of probably feels a little bit cozy in there too. And better than literally going outside right now, because it's chilly out. So as you can see right behind me, you guys probably know the background, very familiar. It's my mom's office. But the reason I'm in here, you guys, because I want to actually quickly share with you guys something very interesting that that's coming up here probably within the next like 1 or 2 weeks, which I'm super duper excited about. I can't share too much about it, but like I said, I can't share too much about it, but I kind of want to keep it more suspense, you know, kind of like a movie in a sort of way, or like if it's like an upcoming series that you don't know too much about, but they don't spoil it that much for you. So obviously my family knows about this trip that's coming up, you guys, and that's one of the clues right there, you guys. It's a trip that I'm taking, and it's gonna be only just for the weekend. It's gonna be with my dad, and I think we're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna be down south for a couple days, and I'm just gonna give you guys another hint right here too. We're actually gonna be traveling out of state as well, so that's gonna be something really interesting that we haven't done in a long time. And realistically, my dad and I haven't really seen each other in person a whole lot, so I don't know how comfortable he would be on camera, you know, but he knows I do YouTube stuff anyway, so I mean, if he wants to be on camera briefly, I mean, I guess that's up to him, but the point is that I'm super stoked to share this adventure, and like I said, it's gonna be out of state, it's gonna be with my dad, and it's only gonna be for the weekend. So that's all I can say to all of you folks out there. But some of you will figure it out, but if you do not spoil it in the comments below, everyone. Please don't do that, because that kind of would take the fun out of it. And really, a lot of people would be asking, well, what day are you going, you know? So with that being said, all I can say is, you guys, I'm gonna be super stoked about this trip, everybody, and it is something I've wanted to do literally ever since I got into reptiles. So with that being said, you guys, I gotta stop saying that, by the way, because it's really annoying. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think it is in the comments below. Do not spoil the exact answer, but feel free to give some hints about it if you guys are figuring it out. So with that being said, feel free to make a random guess in the comments below, but I don't want you guys to completely spoil it. So with that being said, feel free to let me know and take your guess in the comments below, and I'll tell you guys the answer within the next following week or so. Alright people, it's time to shut it down here for the night, because it's getting late, and my family's about to do a movie night, so I think I'm going to go ahead and join them on that one as well. Probably maybe order a quick small pizza, and maybe get a pop with that as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and just end this video here, you guys. But before I go, can you guys make sure to smash that like button to it and turn on that notification bell so you guys can stay notified for every new video I post. And also feel free to tell me your guys' thoughts again in the comments about this discovery of these crocs that were mummified, because I really, it is strange, but it's also very interesting at the same time. So regardless of that, I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it off, everybody. I'll see y'all in the next one.